So the future of the channel looks like that you want us to focus on Python. Now, the reason why we put this poll up was our current teaching doesn't really include Python. Normally our videos are geared towards helping our students as well as yourself. So when we do certain areas in our teaching in real life, then we can help the students by creating revision lessons and help online. Now, without any future plans this year of teaching Python, we are going to cover other IT areas in real life. So we wanted to ask you, would you be interested in these on the channel? So we're looking at other IT areas like computer science, like just general IT, information systems, maybe even teaching JavaScript. So our current teaching for the next year doesn't involve much Python. So that's one of the reasons why we set the poll. Another reason was the amount of YouTube videos covering Python is quite staggering. There's a huge amount of people producing videos on Python. So therefore, it's very difficult to actually find our channel. So we're not really getting many new users or a new audience via the Python videos. So in fact, our top search phrase is internet basics. So the other videos that are not about Python are more likely to attract a new audience. Saying that, you notice that we've started doing these short videos over the last 6 months or so, and they do actually get a new audience to our channel. So although our focus is on the normal video around 10 minutes, let's say every week, every Sunday, the short videos allow our channel to reach new people. So that's why we've continued doing the short videos. They're not really the focus of the channel, but they do help get a new audience. So we set up this poll, and the results are pretty much that we need to focus on Python, but there is a slight interest in other IT areas. So what we could do is continue with the weekly Python videos and remain a primary programming channel that focuses on Python, but also every now and again have these other videos that look at other IT areas, and then that allows us to attract different audience as well. So to sum that up, weekly Python video with other videos such as people's requests. Now, something that we've need to consider is, if we continue with Python videos, is what Python? Exactly what videos should we be producing? So for example, where there's different levels. Now obviously the most popular level is the beginner level. So there's a huge amount of videos for beginners. We've kind of covered most areas. So although they're very popular, there's many videos out there and we've already covered that. So we don't really for beginners at the moment, although we will perhaps set up more information on our website, and then if there's any accompanying videos, we might add beginner videos there. Now we've carried on from the beginner to the next level, if you like. So we've done these simple Python videos and we're currently doing more simple Python tutorials. So we'll continue with that. At the moment we're doing iter-tools. We'll carry on. We've done about halfway with the iter-tools. So we'll continue with the next stage of Python. So there's not much material further than the beginner that covers Python learning. So we're going to continue with that. Now once you move on to more complicated areas, we do see more videos in the areas of like data science and machine learning and neural networks, that type of area, which is related to our research, but the material there is kind of already out there, and is quite good. So the material in certain areas that's specialized is kind of already out there when it comes to Python on different channels. So this brings us to our plans. So if we continue with our simple Python tutorials, and we're not really looking at producing beginner material, what are we going to produce in the future? Well, as I said, although we're not doing any teaching in Python, we will continue doing research. So one possible avenue that we could cover this year, if you like, would be to do a large project relating to research. So a research area such as machine translation would be quite complicated, but what we could do is we could produce a weekly video showing just certain parts of that research. So for example, finding web pages and scraping the text from those web pages, and then extracting that text into what we want. So basically finding text on the web and using Python to get that to our machine, and then using Python to get the actual text that we want and get rid of the text that we don't want. And then maybe look at other areas such as like aligning different text have the same meaning, and these areas are related to creating the text that's needed for a machine translation system to learn how to translate. So if you like, building something like Google Translate would use neural networks and neural machine translation, which obviously is complicated, but creating the material for that system to learn would involve many different areas. So we could do a project on showing these different areas. So we could cover things like data structures and algorithms, web scraping, and different kind of areas relating to our research that involves Python coding, and build that up and then actually kind of create a machine translation system. So that would be quite a huge project. So if there's any interest in that, let us know. What do you think? We want to know what you're interested in, because our primary goal is to help people learn. So if we are concentrating on Python, we want to help you learn Python. So what videos do you want us to create to help you learn Python? So that's the primary reason for our live video today, is to ask you for what you would like in this year, our plans to cover in this year. Have you got any requests? What areas do you want to learn in Python? Okay, let us know, leave a comment. You can even email us. You can find the email address on there. It's drcodie@gmail.com. But let us know what you think and what you want us to do in the future to cover in our plans covering the rest of this year. Okay, that covers it for today. This was just really a test live video. We didn't give any warning, if you like. We just set it up to make sure that we covered something today, and to give you an idea of what we're thinking of doing in the near future. Okay, goodbye for now.